Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, Kwahala, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Bashim Kwakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Yakim out there on the highways and byways that's doing his work sincerely, diligently, and faithfully to the spirit and power of our Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahshua. So this is just going to be a quick hit, real quick. As we well know that this World War III is gonna take place. And this is one of the major prophecies, that's gonna happen, along with the chip that's gonna be coming to play, in prophecy. But this is huge. This is an article from Reuters. It's dated April 18th to 2021. Hastening the day of our Lord. It reads. Rockets strike Iraqi military base hosting U.S. contractors, Iraq military says. So it says at least 5 rockets hit the Iraqi military air base at Balad, north of Baghdad, on Sunday, wounding 2 Iraqi soldiers, the Iraqi military says in a statement. Security officials had said earlier that the Qurayshi rockets had fallen on the area of base that houses U.S. contractors, that no casualties has been reported. The last attack on the base was on April 4th, when at least 2 rockets fell in the sparsely populated surrounded areas. No group immediately claimed the attack, but armed groups that some Iraqi officials says are backed by Iran have claimed similar incidents in the past. U.S. officials has blamed Iranian-backed militants for regular rocket attacks aimed at U.S. facilities in Iraq, including the U.S. assembly in Baghdad. So right now, what you got is World War III. That this is eventually going to start World War III because at the same time as these U.S. bases is being attacked there in Iraq, at the same time, Iraq is also attacking Israel's, these gutter rats ships in the sea, and targeting their ships, so in return, you got these gutter rats, bombing, Syria and things like that, and bombing certain strongholds that Iran has in Syria. So this World War III is definitely about to happen, and it's going down, and it's coming quickly, as prophecy said. You also got a standoff that's happening over there in Ukraine against Russia and NATO troops, which, it's a standoff right now. You got Russian troops at the border of Ukraine. You also got NATO troops over there and U.S. troops. So it's a huge standoff going on now. So simultaneously, this is all going down at the same time. You got, rockets hitting U.S. bases in Iraq, and, you got these gutter rats, Israel and Iran attacking each other, shooting missiles at each other, bombing each other's strongholds, So this World War III is about to definitely go down. It's about to happen, as prophecy said, So World War III is simultaneously happening, and also you seeing all these, so everything is all happening all at once, so these prophecies are definitely coming to pass, these prophecies are definitely coming to pass, and these prophecies are speaking now, so there's no denying that there's no denying it anymore, because it's crystal clear in our face now, so there's no denying that the prophecies are slacking, because everything is happening simultaneously all at once, You know, you got the race war that's brewing up over here in America. You know, these cops are still killing, you know, Jake. Like we said, like we've been saying for many years from the head apostles on down, that these cops are going to start killing a lot more you Jakes, you know, out here. And it's happening more frequently now. You know, there was just another shooting yesterday of a cop in Ohio that killed a Jake woman, a 15-year-old girl, a 15-year-old Jake, you know, girl. You know, shot her four times in the chest, you know. And this just happened right after the verdict of this whole George Floyd thing, you know. So these cops are still killing our people, you know. So these things are just happening rapidly. And, you know, we said it first, you know, from the head apostles on down. We said it first that these cops are going to start killing a lot more you Jakes at a frequent rate, you know. So you got all these things happening simultaneously all at once, you know. You got the World War III brewing over there against these nations, you know. You know, standoffs, you know, between Iran and NATO troops and U.S. troops. So this thing is about to happen, and it's about to go down, you know. And we've been saying this for many years, and it's here, you know, through the spirit and power of our Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So real quick, I'm gonna go into the book of this is the book of Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2, and it reads, actually let me start at 1. The book of Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 1, and it reads, and I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I reproved. And it says, verse 2, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. You know what I'm saying? So these prophecies are not tarrying anymore. You know, these prophecies are coming to pass, you know, back to back, you know, left and right, you know. Every day you wake up, you know, something's going down, something's happening, you know. Every day, you know. So these prophecies are not slacking no more like before, you know, back in, you know, the early, you know, going back, you know, when this word really started to spread worldwide, you know. Because back, you know, going back in 2010, you know what I'm saying, these prophecies Salakia. These prophecies weren't speaking like that. But now, you know, we're definitely in that time now. You know, there's no denying that prophecy is coming to pass now. Now that you're seeing these things happen, you know, civil unrest, you know, uproars of the people, you know, race riots, you know, this race war is about to go down, you know, and there's no denying prophecy, and it's right in front of your face. You know, you can't deny it anymore. You know. So let me just jump to the book of So this is the book of Revelations. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 11, verse 14. And it reads, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, you know. So the third woe is definitely coming quickly, you know. What is the third woe? That third woe is World War III, you know. And this is the war to end all wars. This is going to be the war that's going to end all wars, you know. Because after this war, you know, simultaneously our Lord Yahweh Shai is going to come within the midst of World War III. And they're gonna these armies that are fighting against each other are gonna set aside their differences to fight against our Lord Yahweh Shai, you know. But ultimately, once they do that, they're gonna get destroyed, you know. All these nations are gonna get destroyed simultaneously at the same time, because what the Most High is doing now, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, what he's doing now, he's gathering all these nations together now, you know. He's gonna gather he's doing it right now. He's gathering all these nations to bring him into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is in the east, you know. And this is where this war is going to be fought, you know. And simultaneously, as this war is being fought, our Lord is going to come, you know, within the midst of World War III, and ultimately lay all these nations down, you know, and put them into slavery. So right now, this Third World War is just brewing up, you know, and it's only a matter of time before, you know, these gutter rats, because there was already talks that, you know, these so-called Jews or whatever, they're gonna set up a false flag attack against a military base in over there in Iraq and blame it on, you know, Iran, you know. So that could give the justification of America getting involved and going over there into Iran. But once they do that, once they go into Iran, this is where, you know, all these other nations are going to get involved, like China, you know, Russia, North Korea, and all these other nations that are allied with Iran. And this World War III will be fought, because these other nations, these big countries such as China and Russia, they got a vested interests in Iran, you know. They got a lot of interests invested in Iran, you know, concerning their oil, you know. And in return, you know, the Russia and China are supplying, you know, thermonuclear, you know, technology and uranium, you know, for thermonuclear missiles, you know. So this war is definitely gonna go down, you know, and there's no denying it. But ultimately, America and Israel will simultaneously be destroyed at the same time. But the only difference is our land, Israel, will be built back up, you know, after these gutter rats are wiped clean off of that land, you know. And America is just never going to be inhabited again, you know. This place is going to just stay a desert forever, you know, as a memorial on how not to live on Gali, you know. America's going to be the land of the forsaken, you know. And that's America's destiny, pursuant to the book of Isaiah, the 13th chapter, you know. So, you know, these prophecies is here, you know. World War III is about to go down, and there's no stopping it, you know. So it's only just gonna increase ever more until we're in this full blown war of World War III, when it gets full blown, you know. So pretty much this World War III has already started, you know. We're already starting to see the fireworks of it starting to begin. And it's only a matter of time when all these nations are gathered over there to fight this war, which is the war to end all wars, you know. So with that, all praises and glories to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashem Rakwakadash, the launch that apostles' great millstone. Shalom to the Yakim out there on the highways and byways.